Eritrean Global Brigade Nahamedu Movement. Email, bluerevolution7@gmail.com, the 6th of January 2024, open letter to the Eritrean Embassy in Israel and the Israeli authorities, subject. Urgent appeal to address violence among Eritrean refugees in Israel. Your Excellency, we are writing to you as concerned social movement and human rights activists deeply troubled by the ongoing violence among Eritrean refugees in Israel. This situation has escalated to the point where immediate and decisive action is necessary to prevent further harm and protect the rights and well-being of all affected individuals. Since the incident in September 2023, there have been numerous reports of violent clashes among Eritrean refugees in Tel Aviv, Israel. In addition to causing injuries and fatalities, these incidents have further worsened the precarious situation of Eritrean asylum seekers, who have fled from indefinite military conscription, violence, and persecution in search of safety and stability. Both conflicting parties, pro- and anti-Eritrean regime, have fled due to the same conditions. Regrettably, the Eritrean government still maintains connections with some individuals, using them as tools to sustain transnational repression and violence against those who oppose and reveal the regime's atrocities and violations in Eritrea and abroad. The violence among Eritrean refugees poses severe risks, including the following: human rights violations. Asylees and refugees are entitled to protection under international law. But the current violence undermines their basic rights to safety and security. Community impact. The violence has strained relationships within the refugee community as well as between refugees and the local population, leading to increased tensions and the potential for further conflict. Psychological trauma. Many refugees have already endured significant trauma. Ongoing violence only compounds their suffering and hinders their ability to rebuild their lives. We urge the Eritrean Embassy and Israeli authorities to take the following actions. 1. We call upon the Eritrean Embassy to urge all its groups or associations, such as the Fourth Front, Eri Blood, to stop perpetuating violence and attacking fellow compatriots. We highlight that the Eritrean Embassy in Israel is responsible for the violence and murders happening. 2. We call on the Israeli authorities to ensure that adequate protection measures are in place for refugees, including increased security presence in affected areas and swift intervention in cases of violence. 3. We call on Eritreans pro-democracy and justice to maintain safety and security by distancing themselves from violence or avoiding situations that incite violence. Please exercise high vigilance by avoiding known areas of conflict. 4. We urge peace-loving and human rights defender Israelis to provide access to psychological and social support services for refugees affected by violence. 5. We urge the Israeli police to conduct a thorough investigation into violent incidents and to hold those responsible accountable in line with the law. The situation is urgent and demands immediate attention. We are committed to supporting efforts to resolve this crisis, and we are willing to collaborate with Israeli authorities to develop and implement effective solutions. Thank you for your attention to this critical issue. We look forward to your prompt and constructive response. Sincerely, Global Brigade Nahamedu Movement. Email, bluerevolution7@gmail.com. NB. Brigade Nahamedu, or Blue Revolution, is a global network of pro-democracy and pro-justice Eritrean social movements in the diaspora, led by refugees and second-generation Eritreans.